Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Bricksculpt. I got a new Lego shipment here from Brickowl. This one comes from lotsofbricks.com. So let's open it up and take a look. Okay, so 2 big bags, lots of little stuff in here. This order is a lot of different things. So I'm going to go ahead and sort this in a hyperlapse because it's not individually bagged. So I'm not going to make you sit through me sorting through all this stuff. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I got it all sorted out, and we have a lot of different stuff here. So let's go through some of it. The purpose of this order, there are a few specific pieces I was after. I'm always in need of jumpers, both 1x2 jumpers and 2x2 jumpers. So you're going to see those in a lot of different colors. I'm planning to experiment around with pin connectors a little bit more. It's a Technic piece, and they make really good poles. So I'm going to have those in a lot of colors. I got black ones, I got this dark silver and a light silver here, pearl silver. So I got a lot of those. And then a lot of snot bricks. I'm planning to start doing more facade work on buildings and play around with that a little more. So stuff like this, I kind of bulked up on. Also these guys here. So I can kind of play around with some different techniques. I got some 1x1 snot bricks, 1x2, 2x2, lots of different things to play with. So these are all some different snot bricks here in gray. These oval pieces, I use these a lot of things you can do with this, so great piece to get. If you've never played around with these, I recommend you go out and buy some. Bottle topper pieces, you can never get enough of these. Someone commented on my videos, they're called nipples. I don't know if that's something, I don't know if he was messing with me or if that's really what they're called, but we can call them nipples. So nipples there. I got some trans pieces. These I'd use for like waterfalls and water features. A lot of this stuff I just pick up when browsing catalogs because it's inexpensive. This seller had really good prices, so I just went kind of crazy on some of this stuff. Now this is a piece I'm super excited about. I got some of these in clear and quickly realized all the uses for them. It's a newer piece. I think they call it like the minifig posing stand. So you can like make one look like they're jumping. But then they've kind of branched out in other colors. These are in gray. They're not the cheapest piece out there, but I can already think of a million uses for this. I mean, right away, that looks like a shower faucet. But there's so many things we could do with this. So I'm going to experiment around with this, and I got it in a few different colors here. That's some basic plate. I'm always low on plate in the basic colors, whites, grays. Tans, browns are always low on plate. This is more of those bottle toppers in clear. I got some in black. These are kind of cool. Minifig heads in trans red. So if you watch my adult beverages video, I made a jug of wine out of these, but I only had them in yellow. So I figured, hey, I could make a red wine too. And I picked up a few of those. These are cool if you want to make water coolers. They look like the giant water jugs that go on top of water coolers. And that's a minifig head in trans blue. And then you might notice occasionally I'll buy just a couple of cheese slopes in a color. There's actually a reason for that. A while ago I did this little build, which is the Lego paint store, just something to play around with. And it's got all these cool different colors of cheese slopes, and it kind of inspired me to see just how many cheese slope colors I can get for whatever reason. And as you can see, I'm missing a few here. And so if I'm not sure if I have a color or not, I'll just order a few. This color I actually did already have. The reason sometimes I get it wrong is I usually lay in bed and order Lego on my phone, and I'm not in front of my Lego here, so I don't always know what colors I need, and these are usually like 2 cents a piece, so I'll just throw a few on there and see if I need it. For example, over on the other side here, I'm missing just the standard baby pink, so I can fill that in here. But anyway, so just something silly I do with cheese slopes. Let's see here. Sand blue tiles, sand blue plate. These are those like unicorn horns in pearl silver. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but it seems like a cool piece I could find a cool use for. So I picked up some new plant pieces to play around with. These are real popular for making trees and things. I've actually never owned these pieces, so I picked up a few in brown. These are not cheap in brown, so I only got a couple because it's a very popular piece for making trees. So they do cost a little bit, but I couldn't pass up on those. I thought they were worth getting. Also, those little minifig posing stands in green. I figured I could find a ton of plant uses for this, so I'm going to be playing around with these. Those also weren't cheap, so I didn't get a ton of them, but I guarantee I can find some cool uses for those with plants, especially getting things at an angle. I bought some bottle toppers in light green. If you watched some of my previous videos, I bought a whole bunch of different candlesticks in different colors, and I had light green candlesticks. And these two parts are just kind of made to go together, so I had to get some bottle toppers to go with the candlesticks. Some basic sticks also in light green. I'm sorry, bright green. Friends flowers. These are awesome. They fit in the middle of the 3-leaf plant piece. So I've never seen them in yellow, so I picked those up. I got some orange ones, some pink ones. So those are always handy for making plants. And this piece here, I've never seen these in dark red. I'm like, they weren't cheap, so I only got 6 of them. But yeah, you ever see a plant where, kind of the normal leaves are like a dark green, and then, kind of in the center it's kind of red. Maybe something like this. So I've got some cool ideas for this I'm going to play around with. I think that's an awesome color for this part. Whips. I know a lot of people use these for making trees. I've never owned these pieces, so I picked up a couple and I'm going to see what I can do with them. More pin connectors in dark red. Same thing with the cheese slopes. I got 2 dark brown here, which actually is a color I'm missing, so that'll add to the collection. Got some bottle toppers in brown because I got candlesticks in brown also. There's other uses for these too. These are super handy pieces to have, but with candlesticks they work really well. I got some of these minifigure posing pieces in medium nougat. Not a lot. They were probably expensive. Snot pieces, plate, some tile, some snot in dark orange. Up here in the white, most of this is kind of boring. It's a lot of snot pieces, a lot of these, a lot of these, a lot of these. You do a whole wall of these, you can make a really cool facade. But they do add up though, they're not the cheapest pieces. This is a piece I really like. When these first came out, they were in trans red and trans blue, and they used them for sirens on emergency vehicles. But now they're making them in more colors, and I don't have a lot of them in colors other than trans red and trans blue. But there's a ton of uses. It makes for a nice rounded top for like a cylinder tank or I don't know, all different things. You could do really cool decorative stuff with these. So I'm going to play around with these a little more now that I have some other colors. See what I can make with those. Yeah, I got some jumpers, curved tile. I found these. I figured I'd try to play around with them, see what I can make with that. A couple of white ingots here. Those are always good to have. More snot pieces. Some sand green stuff here. Jumpers, snot, 1x1. Some of this stuff I just get because it's inexpensive. I don't necessarily have a use for it, but if it's cheap, I pick it up. Never know when you're going to need it, and it can help inspire ideas. Some tan snot pieces. Oh, these are really cool. These work for really nice little tables or small desks. The oval 2x4. That's kind of a newer piece. I got a bunch of those on Pick-a-Brick in dark orange. And I've used them a couple times, but dark orange is not the greatest color for it. But white, I'm sure I'll find uses for those. And lots of dark tan. I didn't realize, I was looking at my dark tan bin and I was like, I'm really low on parts. And I didn't realize it's actually not that common of a piece. I was trying to just order a bunch of dark tan, and most sellers don't have a lot. I thought it was more common. It really isn't. I think it's fairly common, but the variety of pieces isn't very, very big. So I got a bunch of dark tan here to try to bulk up my bin, but I'm going to be looking for more in the future too. These, I bought some straight sections of this in my last order, so I figured I might as well get the curves. These were a little cheaper. The straight ones were not cheap, but I do love this color, and I kind of have an idea for them. So, of course, these weren't cheap, but you can't pass up sand red. I got 2 vents and a cone. 3 pieces of sand red. I'm sure they were more expensive than everything else in here, per piece, that is. Well, in this video, I'm showing you where the sand red is, so sorry. But you can't pass up sand red. You just can't. Video game controllers. I've seen these around. I've never actually owned them, so I picked up 2 of them. The basement build video I did, I had the older style controller. I like this one a lot better, so I grabbed 2 of those. These are black life preservers, and I got these for one specific purpose. If you watched my bathroom video, this is my toilet. And this is great for a household toilet, but if it were a public restroom, it most likely would have a black toilet seat. So I figured, let's try it. What do you think? Boombox? Why not? This is one of my favorite pieces. These are the bowls, and they work great as bowls. But these also are a great little dish piece. If you mount these upside down, they make for really nice little overhead lights. Lots of things you can do with this. But these are not the cheapest pieces. They're kind of expensive, but really useful decorative piece. Got some cookies. Got a couple of Oscars here. These are some little tachometer gauges. I probably won't use these in cars, but I can find lots of utilities and things to put these little gauges on. Some silver frying pans. Again, another color of cheese wedge. And is this one I need? Yes, it is. I have a filler one there. This was really cool. I'd never seen this piece. And this is like a city map. So I figured that'd be cool up on a wall somewhere in my town. I've bought these before, and I actually was looking for, I had one I can't find. These are rugs, and they look really good in front of doors. So I got 2 of those. And a Mercedes logo. Now, why I bought this, I have no real reason to own this. I did used to sell Mercedes-Benzes, and I love everything Mercedes because of it. That was in my last life, though. So I picked it up, even though it wasn't that cheap, and maybe I'll make a Mercedes, who knows. These are cool little postcards. I've seen some people who make kind of postcard stands, and this would look really cool in there, so I got 3 of those. A little wind-up piece. I've never owned one of these, so I bought it just to kind of play with techniques. Just looking at it for the first time, it looks like a bottle topper piece. Nope, doesn't fit. Oh well. So we'll see what we can figure out what to do with that. And then something I normally don't buy. Friends colors are not my most commonly used color. So why did I buy all this? On Pick-a-Brick, if you watched my last Pick-a-Brick video, I bought a ton of the Lavender masonry bricks. And then I went to my bin. I have one bin on my wall here that is all pinks, purples, the Friends girly colors. And I was like, what would I have in lavender? I want to try to build something out of these. I had nothing. So I figured I would at least need 1x1s to make something. So I bought some of those. And then they had these, which aren't going to be super handy. They didn't have 1x2s. I got a little bit of plate. This color is surprisingly uncommon. This color lavender, I think it's dark lavender, is a little more common. And I figure I could mix them if I need to, if I want to put like a snot piece in this wall. It's not the greatest match, but that's why I got these. But yeah, I want to try to build something out of this lavender, but I don't have a lot of parts to work with outside of these masonry bricks. I got a ton of these, and I need kind of stuff to go with them. So that's why I got those. Well, that's all for this time. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. And we will see you next time.